Chris, what is our second main topic today?
This one comes from Martin. Hi, John. Well, the Netflix earnings call happened, and it didn't turn out as bad as it could have. Like you said, if their losses came in lower than expected, the stock price could go up, and it did. They only lost about 1 million subscribers instead of the 2 million they warned about, and the stock went up a few percent points. Last I checked, stock was at $219. Not the $700 it was before, but at least it looks like the bleeding stopped. What do you guys make of this?
All right, thanks a lot for writing that in. Now, of course, we talked about this on the show yesterday. That earnings call for Netflix was coming, and all the outlets, Variety, Deadline, they're all saying this could be an apocalypse because Netflix had projected that they were going to lose another 2 million subscribers. And we were going to find out what that number was, because if that number was 2 million or higher, it could have been absolutely disastrous. You could have seen a fire sale going on with their stocks. But what we said on the show yesterday was, if they lose subscribers but lose less than what they were saying, that could look good. That could buoy them up a little bit. And we said there are 3 reasons to be optimistic as well. They've got the ad-supported tier coming. They got the password, being able to share and add homes, things like that coming. There were some good positive signs coming. Mm-hmm. Well, as it turns out, that's what happened. They still lost nearly 1 million subscribers, which is not good, but they lost less, half as much, as what they were projecting they may lose. This comes to us from the folks over at CNN who wrote the following. Netflix reported Tuesday that it lost 970,000 subscribers in the second quarter of 2022, a number far lower than its own forecast, which had projected that the streaming giant would lose 2 million subscribers. The company also said it would add another 1 million subscribers in the third quarter, a number that was slightly lower than Wall Street expectations. But investors were clearly happy with the results. The Netflix shares jumped as much as 8% on Tuesday in after-hours trading, after disclosing in April that it lost 200,000 subscribers, leading to a steep drop in its share price. All eyes were on Netflix Tuesday, with Wall Street, Hollywood, and the media world all hyper-focused on the subscription numbers. The company's shares had dropped dramatically during a nightmare year. And again, that can't be overemphasized. The fact that this stuff was hovering around $700 their stock, and now it's less than a third of what it was. They literally lost billions and billions and billions of dollars. But now they're saying, okay, we lost 1 million here, but we project that third quarter, we're going to get that 1 million back. We're going to have a net gain of 1 million viewers. And I'm sure that has a lot to do with offering a lower priced ad-supported tier and the fact that they're doing this add-a-home thing. Is Netflix out of the woods? No. The systemic problems that led them to this point are still their systemic problems. However, they are coming up with some solutions and some ideas and some workarounds. And we saw yesterday that it had a generally positive effect. So are they out of the woods? No. But should Netflix executives consider yesterday a good day? Yes, they should. They should absolutely consider yesterday a good day. It's going to be interesting to see what quarter 3 holds. Rob, they are, other than Disney, maybe the biggest name in entertainment right now. And the amount of money that flows through the company, positive to negative, is insane. They lost 1 million subscribers, but stock went up. So what's your forecast for something like Netflix right now?
Look, if Netflix was delivering a substandard product, I would say, and some people might say, well, have you seen their movies? but I would say that overall, what Netflix is providing has not changed, really. They've spent, I think, too much money on their bigger movies. But for the most part, Netflix, they keep adding more things that I want to watch. It's not like they suddenly stop delivering what I want to see or bargain basement. I'm not watching cable access programming on Netflix. I'm seeing very expensive, very well done stuff. So their product hasn't changed. What has changed, and people aren't really talking about this, is inflation. We're in the middle of massive inflation. There's a lot of households that had to cut back on wherever they could. Netflix isn't that much money, but I'm sure some of those subscribers...
When you add up all the streaming services, though, it gets expensive.
It gets expensive, and I'm sure that's part of it. So to me, I think that Netflix, I don't know if their stock price is ever going to go up to $700 a share, but I think they're here to stay. And I don't know if they're going to spend $200 million on movies. They might only spend $100 billion on a movie. So maybe we in Hollywood here won't get as rich lining our pockets. But I would say that Netflix is doing all right. and I would bet on them in the future to continue to get better.
Here's an interesting, you brought up their original movies, because again, Netflix's original television is very, very good.
Yeah.
And I love, but their movies, somebody put out this report the other day of the 29 most recent original films, not TV shows, of the most recent 29 original films that Netflix has put out. Only 8 of them have received mildly positive reviews over Metacritic. And the majority of those 8 are foreign films and documentaries. I mean, it tells, and that includes like the brand new one, The Gray Man and things like that. It just kind of shows you the state of their original movies is not great right now.
Well, I think because they've also bet on talent. You know, they don't necessarily have a development apparatus like, say, a major studio does. So there's a lot of people that are making films that I would say are not quite, the recipe's not quite there. They're not baked enough. You know, they need some better chefs in their kitchens.
All right.
That's
Chris,
good.
you're a great chef. There's my
Yeah.
segue. You see all this stuff coming out. They lost $1 million, but
Yeah.
in a weird way, you can say they only lost $1 million.
Right.
With the new things they got lined up, what's your takeaway from everything we saw yesterday?
Well, I like what Rob said about putting their chips on talent here, because right now Netflix is the place to go to for kind of late 90s, early aughties fare, rom-coms, kind of like summer blockbusters with a Michael Bay flair to them, that kind of thing. And maybe the ship has sailed on those kind of films, right? I love a rom-com, and that's why I watch a lot of Netflix. Right
Always
now,
Be My Maybe.
I love Always Be My
Although
Me
their
too.
teen rom-coms do pretty well.
They do. They are wildly successful, and they launch careers for these kids. So I do think there's great content happening here. We just need to be choosier, and it looks like they are doing that moving forward and not just doing this whole spaghetti at the wall kind of approach, doing things with a little more nuance. I did check the stocks currently. They're sitting at 212 now. So there's one of two options here, really, right? Either the subscriber base tiers, and adding on these different things for your household and everything, actually do usher in new subscribers and they stay the course, or this absolutely marks the end of their heyday.
All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? The earnings call came in. It was not nearly as bad as it could have been. And they actually have proposed that, hey, moving forward, we're going to start adding subscribers again. What did you think about it? Jump down to the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. We want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of today's video, Storyblocks. Guys, I have been an enthusiastic fan and user of Storyblocks for years. I go to them whenever I'm in need of content creation assets like royalty-free music, video clips, or templates for my creative projects, ranging anywhere from little editorial videos to my very own full-feature documentary. Storyblocks helps you bring your stories, videos, and projects to life without sacrifices due to time, budget, or access to resources. They have over 1 million different story assets ranging from stock videos, audio and music, an in-browser video editor, and they feature pre-designed templates, animations, and outros. Storyblocks uses an affordable subscription model, and their unlimited access plans offers, unlimited video and audio downloads rather than a costly pay-per-clip model. With Storyblocks, you'll be able to create more content and, more importantly, better content, all while using a subscription plan that fits your budget, utilizing unlimited downloads of demand-driven and diverse content. So if you're interested in upping your content creation game, head over to www.storyblocks.com/Campea and get started today. That's www.storyblocks.com/Campea.